By the way, you probably know I don't have a boyfriend by now. I just say that because it's like, I don't know.
Oh, you don't have a boyfriend?
No. Oh, no. I just say that because, like, when you first meet somebody and you're, like, not really sure, it's like...
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Jen here, and in today's video, what I want to talk to you about is a problem that almost every single guy has asked me on program, and I get a lot of emails and comments in YouTube about this, is what do I do when a girl says, I have a boyfriend? Okay, and almost every single guy has gotten this response from a girl when they're approaching or when they're meeting or when they're hitting on a girl somewhere, and the girl goes, sorry, I have a boyfriend. Okay? Are you from Vancouver?
Am I from where?
Vancouver?
No.
Oh, where are you from? Shit, I was actually going to get a coffee. I thought you were pretty attractive. Blonde hair, celebrity glasses. What are you doing?
I'm just shopping right now. I have a boyfriend, sorry.
In Vancouver?
Yes.
Shit, girl.
I'm sorry.
Probably not Asian though, right?
Huh?
Probably not an Asian guy though.
No, but Asian guys are so good looking.
Have you ever dated an Asian guy in your life?
No, because there's none where I'm from.
That is true. Now, your concern is she lying to me or does she really have a boyfriend? Now, what I always say is if you go out and let's say you talk to about like 2 to 3 girls and they tell you like, oh, sorry, I have a boyfriend, and they walk away, all right, fine, okay? But if you do that 10 times, if you get, let's say 10 to 15 approaches and every single girl is telling you like, oh, I have a boyfriend, sorry, I have a boyfriend, sorry, clearly you're doing something wrong, okay? Like it's impossible for that many girls to be taken. Like it seems like every girl is taken. Here's the reality, okay? If I approach a girl at any given time, no matter where I am, if I'm talking to a girl and she says, I have a boyfriend, the mindset of most men, okay, so most guys, the way they think is right away like, is she lying or is she telling me the truth? And that's really fucked up because anytime when you think that she's lying to you, what you're really saying to yourself is, I am unattractive and not worthy, so that she's trying to lie to me. So she might be lying to me because she wants to get away from me, or she's just trying to reject me politely by saying that she has a boyfriend. And the way that you should think, okay, so the way that I think is I never think that the girl is lying to me. So no matter what the girl says, if she says she's too busy, if she says I have a boyfriend, or whatever she says, I always take her word for it. I always give her the benefit of the doubt. Okay, I never doubt where the girl is lying to me because, like what I said earlier, is that when you think that they're lying, what you're really doing is you're doubting yourself. You're doubting your own values. You're doubting your own attractiveness. Okay, so the way that I think is just like straight up, I take their word for it. I give them the benefit of the doubt, and if she says she has a boyfriend, that is cool. Okay. Now, to actually dissect this and exactly how to handle situations like this is you got to look at a couple things. Number one is what kind of response she's giving you when she says, oh, I have a boyfriend. Now, when she says I have a boyfriend to you, is she staying there? Now, this is the important part is, does she stay there and talk to you? Or does she say, I have a boyfriend, sorry, and like walk away and remove herself from the situation? Because if it's the first scenario where she stays and talks to you, after she goes, oh, like I have a boyfriend, or like, oh, thank you, but I have a boyfriend, it still means she's interested. Because if a woman is not interested at all, straight up, she would have just removed herself from the situation and walked away. If a girl stays there and talks to you in public after you've approached her, she is straight up interested. Okay, it doesn't matter what she says. She could be like, oh, I have a boyfriend, blah, blah, blah. Because from my own first-hand experience in the last 8 years, every girl that I've talked to who said that I have a boyfriend, if they really wanted nothing to do with me, they would have just walked away. Like they literally just walked away, right? Which is fine. Then you just move on. Like I always think, you know what? She has a boyfriend, and you move on, or she's married, or whatever it is. But if she goes, oh, like I have a boyfriend, and like she stays there and talks me and asks me questions and stuff like that, I always continue. It's almost when she says I have a boyfriend, it's the same as if she goes, I have a TV, or I have a really nice car. Like it's the same shit. It should not have any emotional impact on you whatsoever. Okay, you should not even take that personal, because number one, you know nothing about her more than just, you know, her appearance and you think she's attractive. Number two, she knows nothing about you. You're just some guy who just like approached her, you know, like in a public place. She knows nothing about you. You're a random stranger. So a lot of times they'll just give out that response because it's a polite way to reject someone. It's a polite way to saying like, oh, like I'm not sure about this. Okay? So what I've done is in all the times where the girl says I have a boyfriend and she continues to stay there and talking to me, I've always persisted. Okay? It shouldn't affect you on an emotional level. It shouldn't affect you where, you know, a lot of guys will eject. Like you go talk to a girl, like sometimes they say that just they want to see how you're reacting. They want to see if you really wanted to, if you're really interested in her, or were you kind of just like doing it out of like a dare or something like that. Okay, so every time when a girl said I have a boyfriend, I've always stayed there and I've continued talking, I've continued persisting just to see what happens, and even try to close her on a date or for a date, you know, even as a friend. I've always continued just to see what happens. And many times the girl ended up telling me that she actually doesn't even have a boyfriend. So she was just like joking around and actually just lied. In which case is fine also, because then you actually get the girl, because then what she's telling you is she's actually interested. So what I put into this video is one of the infield that I have in the archive of many videos of similar approach, where I've met a girl and off the bat she tells me like I have a boyfriend, okay? And she stays there and talks to me, where I persisted, and the girl ended up telling me like, you know what, like I was just lying. I just said that you have a boyfriend just to see if you would persist, okay? And a lot of girls do that. So keep in mind that the next time that you go out, make sure that even if a girl tells you that she's a boyfriend, what's more important than what she's saying is her own actions. It's like, is she actually staying there and talking to me, or does she actually say I have a boyfriend and walked away? But either way, whichever scenario, you know, happens to you, you should never think that the girl is lying to you. Okay, it's always take their word for it. You're a guy who's attractive, and it doesn't matter. Even if she has a boyfriend, it doesn't fucking matter. Like there's so many other girls out there. Just move on.
How do you know that?
Who knows? I don't know. Like honestly,
I'm blonde and I look like I'm 28.
No, just being straight up. In my entire life of 15 years in Vancouver, I've dated more white girls than I have Asian girls. But most of the girls that I have dated, either was my girlfriend or just a friend, was straight up off of like cold approach.
Straight up what?
Off of cold approach.
Oh.
Like I meet someone, like I go about my day and I see some girl that's really attractive, I just go say hello. I know it's kind of random.
I'll give you my number.
Do you text?
That's it.
I don't have my phone on me.
Well,
Do you have your?
that sucks.
You have your phone?
You're not prepared to pick up girls on the street.
I didn't prepare to run into you. I didn't even prepare to have this interaction. Whereabouts do you live in Vancouver?
You're kind of cute. I lied. I don't have a boyfriend. So I just wanted to see how far you would drive, but
How dare you bullshit me and test my persistence?
Come on. Right off the street. Okay, what's your number?
778.
778.
So when she said that to me, I kind of just stayed there and I kept talking to her. And in about a few minutes, I turned things around where she goes, oh, you know what, like I was actually lying. I just straight up said I have a boyfriend to see how far you would try. And I thought it was hilarious because it's not the first time that it's happened. Okay, it's not the first time that it's happened to me where a girl said I have a boyfriend, but they should up telling me that it's a fucking lie. So I've included that in there to show you that the next time when you go out, if you ever encounter ever again where the girl says I have a boyfriend, but she stays and talks to you, continue talking to her. Don't eject. Don't leave. She's not lying. Don't ever think that she's lying. The only thing that you want to focus on is she interested in me or is she not interested in me? That is all. And I would say straight up, more than half the times when she stays and talks to you, she actually doesn't have a boyfriend. Okay, she's just doing it to see if you were really into her, or if you actually persist beyond, you know, just the first 30 seconds. Okay, now on that note, make sure you like my video if you want me to continue putting out content, and make sure you follow me on Instagram at Gen Lifestyle, and I will see you guys next week.